Just got done playing cards. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't win, but I had fun.
Come on, keep it going.
That's all I got. That's
People
all I
have no idea how fortunate they are to be on this Monday night show. Come on,
I need to know, have any of you guys played Skip-Bo? Oh, snap. Somebody needs to come over to my house and play me in Skip-Bo. I'm like, oh, Mallory. Oh, Dom. Y'all know what Skip-Bo's all about.
Oh, shoot, we're about to start a Skip-Bo party. Would you guys be down for a Skip-Bo party at our place? We could like have separate rooms going, like little Skip-Bo tournaments. Oh shoot, the wheels are turning now.
I love Skip-Bo so much that sometimes I'll be like, James, he's in the other room. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Want to come play Skip-Bo for about 15 minutes? The baby's down for a snap.
Guys, she's being 100% serious. That is raw.
Leslie wants to learn.
Leslie, you would love the game. You would love the game. That would actually be fun.
I know. All right. I'll do it. I'll do a team game night. Who needs an overview when we can have a Skip-Bo team night?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Come on.
Dom and Allie are getting married so soon. Guys, I'm so excited. Look at that. You guys are getting married and Isagenix brought you together. Hello, that's a story for the storybook ages of Isagenix. I'm on something.
Come on, you're on a roll.
I'm on something tonight.
No, we're rolling. Here we are. We're come on, get us rolling. We're here.
Guys, come on. Who is excited that we are going to be in person in Charlotte so soon? I was telling James before we really knew that we were going to do an in-person event in Charlotte. And I was telling him, I was like, I'm just craving an event. I am craving for my Isagenix people to be together. And we are so excited that it's going to be happening so soon. So just go like this if you've already bought your ticket. Go like this. Has everybody here bought their ticket so far? No, not yet. Okay. I love that y'all have bought your ticket and are going to be there because there's nothing like an in-person event. And, you know, we haven't had one in a year and a half.
Just over a year. Last New Year's kickoff we did, but it was like 14 months ago now. It'll be a year and a half celebration.
Oh, okay. A year and a half at celebration. And we get to be together and it's really exciting.
You know, we can't underestimate, I think, how overestimate how pivotal and how exciting events are and how crucial they are to our industry. We have all been forced in so many ways to adapt and pivot. If you feel like you've had to pivot the past 12 months, let's see some hands. Okay, yeah, so we're pivoting, we're making new decisions, we're being forced out of the state that we're in into a different environment, maybe exercising different skills, building different relationships, doing, things that we would not otherwise be doing. And I think what a lot of people realize is that when the events were not there, we realized that there was an energy shift, and we all kind of deep down missed that. And we realized how much we gleaned, how much we took, and how much we were built up in those events. And so for those of you who maybe are on this call or watching, who've never gotten to experience what an amazing time an Isagenix event is, let me just tell you what it is. You've seen nothing yet. As exciting as your journey in Isagenix is up to this point, everybody on this line who's been to an Isagenix event, I'll just, if you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'll just speak because I've spoken with almost every single one of you, that the events are some of the highlights of the entire year, especially when it comes to Isagenix. They just are. They're special. And this one in July is going to be simply spectacular. It's going to be wonderful. So tonight is really going to be just covering what that looks like and helping get really the masses there. Because if we're honest, we've taken the last 14 months to focus away from events. Events are not going away forever. Okay, so we need to be clear on that. We're not, shifting all of our attention to just be virtual. We are human beings that love to congregate, that need to get together, hug, high five, be in the same room, share that sort of energy. And so we are going to be, working on promoting events back to in person as they feel comfortable. Of course, that's fine. But we're going to go for it. And so we're really excited.
Yes. And so Kate asked a question earlier today about the room block. I called Herbie and he said that they are waiting for the hotel to approve that because everybody in the hotel right now mostly are working virtually. So when we know when the room block has been blocked, it's only going to be $129 a night with the Cepeda room block, which is incredible. So when you're thinking of, 2 queen beds, splitting the room, 4 people inside a room, if that's what you want to do, 2 people inside a room, very, very inexpensive to go to a celebration event. And so the celebration dates are
July 30th and 31st.
30th and 31st, which is Friday and Saturday. And then we are having a white party at Herb and Patty's lake house. So
is that confirmed?
I thought that's what he said.
I don't know if that's confirmed, but the place will be absolutely epic. I will tell you that, but I don't know because I don't know if the lake house is confirmed just because
I thought that's what he said. Either way, maybe it's not, but there is a white party. So you want to get your ticket to that. So the room block, I just wanted to share that because I know Kate, you were wondering about that. We will let everybody know and we'll post that on the group pages once that room block is confirmed so everybody can make the reservation.
So we wanted to, in the spirit of events and launching this, building our belief up and being reminded of events and the importance. It's going to fly very, very quickly. We're already in April. We got May, June, July, and every event that comes, we wish that we had more people here. Marianne asked what a white party is. A white party is basically you just get together, everybody wears predominantly white, if not all white. It's great for photos. Most people don't wear all white outfits, and so it just looks really fun, and it's just, it's just a party. You're wearing all white. It's a party in white clothes, and for whatever reason, it feels fancy, and it is fancy, and it makes for great pictures. So that's what I guess the white party. I don't even know when white parties started, but they're all the rave now. So with getting on the event on the topic of theme or events, excuse me, we would love to hear. Because guys, one of the things that make events so powerful is the stories that not only you hear when you're in the lobby, when you're in the event space, when you're in the hotel, when you're at dinner afterwards, the stories, the side stories. And I know that there are so many stories on this line from people who've gotten to events where that event they left and said, I'm so glad I made the investment. And what we would love tonight is if, taking some of this time on the call tonight to hear from all of you who are on this call who are leaders. So we're going to call on you because you're present able, you are ready to present, you're ready to share really what a compelling story or a compelling event. In 30 seconds of an impactful event that really you felt made a big difference for you. With that.
Because just one last thing. Someone that I'm just staring at on the line right now, Becca, who's been crushing the business, has never been to an in-person event like the one that's coming up. And so think of the people who are in your organization right now that have come into the organization anytime in 2020, after New Year's kickoff in 2020, who have never experienced an event, an in-person event. And we have that to look forward to. So I know that there are a couple other people who have maybe not been to an event, but Becca, you're on the line. I'm looking at your face right now, and I know you haven't. So enjoy these big building 30-second belief stories on what events are going to do. Dom, let's kick it off with you because you said you had an epic one. So 30 seconds, let's hear it.
Okay, first off, I was 2 weeks into Isogenics for Celebration 2019. Lane and Chelsea bought my ticket because they were all sold out. They gave me a ticket. And as I was leaving, I was saying bye to Lane, Chelsea, James, Odd. And James was talking to a guy and introduced me. And he goes, "Hey, my name's Herb Cepeda." And he said, "How old are you?" And I said, I'm 22 years old. He goes, "You're going to be just fine in this business." He goes, "Looking forward to hearing from you." You want to talk about my belief being built immediately, just like that. I walked up to him and James introduced me to him, and driving home from Nashville that whole time, my beliefs were just through the roof, and it just carried me to an incredible start of my business. It was just incredible, the quality of people that who just speak life into you in the businesses, for sure.
So awesome.
Love that. Thank you, Dom. All right, who else? Who else wants to share a compelling?
Kathy Waldrop, let's hear from you.
I think it was NYKO 2020. I'm standing outside the gathering place, and there are the lines, between the different presentations, and Joni is standing there. And she introduced me to this young man who just had the most incredible energy, as well as being so shy and so sweet. And it was Derek Hightower. And I have just felt this great connection to him ever since. He and his wife, I love his posts. I love to support him. But when I see his name and I see his face, I picture him standing in that hallway, not knowing anybody, with Joni, where she's trying to introduce him to people.
Come on. I love that.
What's so cool about Dom and Kathy is you guys are talking about the relationships that you built while you were at that event, and how you are continuing to have the belief and the relationship that you have with the people. I mean, when I think of events, it's just the relationships that I've been able to make by the hallways or sitting next to people. They're life-changing. So
I'm going to call on somebody, because she has already bought her ticket and she's flying probably the furthest, definitely the furthest, all the way from the West Coast. And that is none other than Gina Passy. Gina, you have been so committed, and you've made events non-negotiable, and been an inspiration to so many people of showing up in this the most amazing way. Would you encapsulate for us just like what some of these events have really done for you, or maybe if there's like a story or two that just like really is pronounced to you in your memory?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just to echo what everyone else is saying, I've met some of my best friends at these events. And I mean, like, I stayed with Kate and Jake in January at NYKO, and it was the best time. And otherwise you wouldn't really be able to bond like you can in person. But also it's just learning that it's possible, right? So everyone speaks at these events, and you hear people that come from all different backgrounds. You have attorneys speaking, you have fitness instructors speaking. So it just reaffirms your belief that this is possible and anyone can do it.
I love it. Yeah, 100%. I see the Derek Hightower on, so I'm going to call on you, Derek, and want you to talk about some of a positive experience or a story that you took away that made your belief go to the next level when it comes to an event.
It's funny because it doesn't really matter how many events you go to. It's weird. Like, you can hear maybe the same topics discussed over, different events, but every time they hit you, it's just like it's new energy. And it's weird how it works. So, I mean, I literally can't wait to get in person. Like, it doesn't, I don't think it matters where it's at. It could be at the convention center, somebody's house, a park.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I think we all need.
yeah.
Yeah.
So are you pumped that it's going to be in Charlotte in person?
I don't care where it's at. I'm there. Lake house, hotel, whatever. I'm there.
Yeah. So good. So good.
Who else? Chelsea, go ahead. Chelsea and then Ellen.
Yeah, so events truly change everything. Lane and I went to our first event. When was that? 2017. It was Celebration in Las Vegas. And Lane and I were the only people there that we knew besides James and Odd. And it was just cool to see the action that it pushed us in after leaving. Like, events are non-negotiable if you're serious about your business, because it truly creates action. And it just getting around people that believe what you believe and hearing the stories, like Gina said, when you get home, it just takes you to the next level, and it takes your business to the next level. And with that, the following year, at an event, we had 16 to 17 people. So it's been cool to see the progression of us being at an event and then our team and your all's team being at an event and just making them non-negotiable and the growth that creates.
Yeah, and just building towards that, and I'm sure we'll build towards that, and I'm sure you guys will speak to that, but we're going to start now. We're going to start now. Events can completely change the businesses, and that's what I'm excited for. Finally getting in person. They are there, and the business is fun. I remember going to the first one and I was like, it's going to be another one of these conventions. You just sit back and you learn. They're boring, blah, blah. It's fun. This business is fun. Those events are fun. It's like, who says business has to be boring? It's not. It's fun. And that's what these events are about.
Well, and would you guys say, I know the answer to this, but would you guys say that having other people sitting next to you at that event in your organization makes a significant impact on how that event goes for you that weekend?
Yes, I would make the decision to be there, but I would work really, really hard on getting as many people that you can get into that room, whether they started the day before. We had a girl, we met her in Scottsdale after NYKO and she came to corporate the next day. Like, it doesn't matter when they start, and get those people in that room. Just like Dom, we bought his ticket because we knew the power of Dom meeting people that, were where he wants to go. And so whatever you have to do, whether it is investing in their ticket or sharing a hotel room, like, it is so important to get other people there with you. And not just yourself, but if it is just you, that was late in our first year, but it is important to be intentional of getting your customers there, getting your business builders there and your team there, because it makes a huge difference, because not only are you getting into action, but your team is getting into action after they leave that event.
So good.
God, that's so good.
Ellen,
yeah, that's good.
Everything that everybody's been saying. And I think it's also that whole environment of absorption. It's like, whether it's in hearing these business leaders talking, or you're learning more about the nutrition, or you're rubbing elbows with people in the hallways, in the events that we do, the meals that you have when you sit down and you can pick someone else's brain about what's working for them, or tools that they use, or their connection stories. That is so amazing. And I loved running into, at one of the corporate events, I ran into one of the Isobody Challenge winners from 2014. And that was so exciting, because it was just like what everybody else has been saying. These are real people. And then you hear the speakers sharing parts of their other stories from other businesses that they've done. But I also ran into Dr. Jim Rhodes in the hall one time. And he's somebody that Patty and Herbie have had speak at multiple events. But being able to stand and talk with him and just ask him questions and pick his brain, and you get this opportunity to have an environment of absorption. It's kind of like collagen elixir, that the more you put it in the body, the more it makes a synergy of creating your own collagen. That's what this does for your business. It's just going to help you go forward. And really, the more you can share with people about going, the more it's going to benefit you, your business, your vision, your belief. It's a win all the way around.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. So we're going to go into really building to this event, because with what Ellen just said, and with what Chelsea said right before Ellen, guys, your entire business can look completely different in the growth of your income based off of how many people you get in that room in July. So right now, show of hands, go like this. If you're doing something every day to grow your business, something. Okay, everybody, right? You're doing something every single day. From this point forward, if you haven't already bought your ticket, James posted the link on FLT Business and Freedom Living Team. Purchase your ticket. From this point forward, every single day, just like you connect with new people and you take the time to follow up with people, this is the time where every single day you're taking time out of your day to connect with people in your downline. It does not matter if you personally enrolled them or not. This is the time where you take action to drip on them and to share with them the benefits of getting into an event. Becca, if you've never been to an event before, this is a great time to say, hey, I'm super pumped. I'm going to my first event in Charlotte in July. I'm getting a hotel room. Come, get in this hotel room with me. Come, be surrounded by millionaires. Come, hear the stories. It's going to be fun. There's a whiteout party. Based off the person and the personality type that you're talking to, tailor those conversations to that personality type. If you're talking to someone like me, tell that person there's going to be a massive whiteout party with music and they will come. I am sold. I want to have fun. I want to be there. You talk to someone like Chelsea Taylor, you say, hey, Chelsea, I want you to come to this room and I'm going to introduce you to people who are making $50,000 a week. Someone like Chelsea Taylor's, her ears are going to perk up because she gets excited about $50,000 per week. Okay. When you're leading and you're building to an event, it is the single most, I believe, important thing that you can do as a business builder in Isogenics. The connecting, the following up, the touch points with your customers are all incredibly important. But trust me when I say I've been in Isogenics for 8 years, and the single most important thing that you can do is get as many people from your downline to get into that room, because the belief and the vision of Isogenics pours into them and it breathes wind into their sails, which causes them to get into massive action without you having to talk to them every single day saying, hey, how can I help you build your business? It's part of what we do as business owners. Yes, I understand that. But when you get somebody to an event, they have Isogenics come into them, inadvertently want to build the business on their own. And what you're doing is you're opening them up to a whole new world of them seeing this vision for what it is. The amount of work that you can put into getting people into that room, as soon as you get them into that room, boom, you can take your hands off and you can say, wow, they're going to have the absorption of what Ellen just said from the top leaders in the company, including Herb and Patty, Susan and Murray Miller, who are in the top 50 income earners, millionaires in Isogenics. They make thousands upon thousands of dollars a week. There's going to be dozens, because the Cepedas have dozens of people on their team who have earned $1 million with Isogenics that are going to be filling this room that you can rub shoulders with, have conversations with, introduce your team members to, and build the belief for them. So to build to this event, what are some of the things that you can be doing? Well, as soon as Herb announced that we had celebration booked, James and I got out our phones, we sent that flyer and we said, sent a voice memo and said, we just booked this event. This is going to be unbelievable. We're having a whiteout party. We're going to be hearing about Isogenics. Our entire team is getting together after over a year of nobody having in-person events. We're released to have in-person events. Come be with us. We sent that voice memo to dozens of people after that was announced. And from this point forward, we are reconnecting with them until they buy their ticket. Until we see it all the way through. Screenshot your ticket. Let me see that you've bought your ticket. I bought my ticket. I want to know that you're going to be there. I'll save you a seat. And then from that point on, you just touch on them and say, I can't wait to see you at the event. I'm counting down the weeks. It's going to be here before we know it. So I would just get really excited about it.
I love it. So a couple of things. When it comes to inviting to events, first off, who's ever been invited to a party, a gathering, an event? Everybody should raise their hand because you've all been invited somewhere. There is a part of inviting to an event that as we do this, I want us all to think about the word intentional and very personal. When it comes to events, if you feel like you are just a number to somebody, or like one of 1,000 guests at a party, hey, you want to come to my party? And then like you leave and like they leave and you see them inviting like 5 other people. It kind of makes you feel, not that you're not going to go to the party, but it just makes you feel a little bit less important, right? If we're being honest with yourselves, like, oh, I thought like I was getting a special invitation. when it comes to events, you guys, what Odd said is so true. We talk about this with overviews, but we haven't had overviews in a while. So it's, that's a little bit, rusty as well. But it's saying, hey, I want you to be like my special guest at this event. I want you to come. I want you to really see what this is all about. I really think, no, wrong terminology. I wholeheartedly believe that if you get in this room and you really see what is going on and what people are actually doing, it's really going to alter the way and cause you to be so excited about what you see here. Would you come? I would love for you, we could go together. It could be our event. I'd love for you to come with me. That's such a different invitation versus sending a text and saying, hey, have you heard about Celebration? And they go, well, what on earth is Celebration? Is that like a new music festival or something? What's going on? No, it's actually your next event. You should come to it. It's at the end of July. Why should I come? You feel that? But we can in our minds say, okay, well, I've invited that person. I've asked them to come to Celebration. Well, they don't know what it is. They don't know what an event is. They don't know why they should be there. And if you haven't yet had the opportunity or taken advantage of the opportunity to edify the team that they happen to be on of Herb and Patty Cepeda, you could say, listen, the number 1/2 income earners in the entire company, guys, they're one of like 25 people in the entire world that have earned what they've earned in network marketing.
Which they just got a phone call.
They just got a phone call saying they're one of like a handful of people on the face of the planet that have earned over $25 million with a company.
They've earned $25 million.
If you haven't taken the opportunity to validate and edify that to the moon with your person, to let them know just who they're linked up with. Listen, their source might not be you. That's okay. But you could say, listen, if you're a business owner, if you're CEO, you need to get linked up with the Cepedas ASAP. July is your place to be. These guys have made $25 million in this industry in the past 13 years. And it's going to be the place to be at the end of July. I would love for you to come with me. Why don't do you want to go ahead and get your ticket? We can get you set up. If you want to stay in the same hotel room, we can cut costs, no problem. I can help you with that. Do you want to get your ticket? It's being that intentional and that proactive. Second thing is the person who is most certain in a conversation will have the advantage. Okay, I want you to think about that. In every situation, in every conversation you have throughout every day of your life, who is most certain about any topic or any situation will have the edge and will move the conversation in the direction that they want to. So when you're portraying this to people, how certain are you about how impactful this event will be? Guys, I know single-handedly that events have changed my life and dozens of people's lives on this call. Speak with that certainty. Speak with that resolute, this is the place to be. If you are even remotely considering looking into what this could be for you as far as a financial home run over the next 3, 5, 7, 10 years, you have to be in this room July 30th and 31st. It is going to be something that you're going to be so glad you got in that room. It's going to make all the difference in the world. And then third and finally, like Derek so wonderfully put, it doesn't matter where in the world this is, you guys. People want to go to an event. People want to say, somebody just invite me somewhere. I want to go somewhere. I want to go meet people. I want to have fun. I want to have food. I want to have a white party. Guys, people want invited somewhere. They do.
I mean, I do invite me everywhere. Right?
They want to be. And that's what's going to make, listen, that is what is going to make all of these shipping issues are getting taken care of because we're getting back, in the swing of things when it comes to our flow and our merchandise and all that. So things with collagen are ramping up, guys. This series of events that's coming is going to cascade in a beautiful way. And people want to be a part of something like this. They really do. So take, as Odd said, the time, put it on your daily to-dos, along with Penny and all that, to invite and set a number. Write out names. I want this person to be at this event with me. I know if I can get this person in the room, they're going to see they're going to have the opportunity to see what I see. Put their name out, pray over it, speak, positivity over it, and then work to get them in that room.
And really come up with a number of how many people you are personally going to have, like the future Leos. how many people are you really going to bring that you are going to have in the chairs next to you in your downline? 10, 15? Becca, how many people from your network that you want to expose them to what is possible with Isagenix, and write that number down and be specific with that number, be lofty with that number, and then work towards that number. Because I will tell you, there is a correlation based on your income, based on the people that you can get to an event. So what I am most excited about right now with Isagenix is building to this event. I'm excited about it, and I'm excited about collagen. I am excited about the future of this company, and new wind was blown through my sails when Herb made that announcement that we really are having one.
She's already shopping for her whiteout.
I am so excited because just like what James said, like, people are craving this time with each other. So be audacious with going after in the best way of inviting people, because just like what James said, people want to be invited places. People want to be a part of something like this. And we are just so excited about it. So
to answer your question, Leslie, we will be getting in, I believe, on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And I haven't confirmed. Ellen, did you hear that the whiteout party is going to be on a Thursday? I hadn't heard that. I thought it was going to be either on Friday or Saturday.
I thought that's what Herb said, but I may have misheard that. I thought that was what he said on the call.
I think it's Friday. I don't, because
the ticket said Friday.
Yeah, because we wouldn't do it before the event starts. It's either going to be a Friday or Saturday, but I would assume it's going to be on a Friday. So if you want to get in there earlier, we're going to be in there. You know, it's going to be a wonderful time.
We're going to go in on Thursday just so we can be there all day on Friday.
Yeah, hotel is great. It's one we've done several events at. It's a wonderful hotel.
And like I said, I really want to party, so I'm going to get there early.
But put a number down. Put a number down, and then visualize looking over to your left and right and seeing all of those people who are soaking in that information and getting fired up for what this opportunity can be. You will not regret the effort and the intentionality you make to getting people into that event. So
yes, Mama Joni, we will double check with Herbie.
Text him right now.
We'll text him, and we will get that information to you when everything is completely set in stone with when the date is for the whiteout party. We will let everybody know, and I will let you know specifically when we have the room block so everybody can get that discounted room rate. So that's all we got for tonight.
And with that, share your excitement, your vision, your screenshots of whatever outfit you pick out on FLT Business so that your team can see that and get excited. You don't have to post your outfits if you don't want to, but I'm saying just curating that build to an excitement that, people don't want to be out of a party that everybody's going to, right?
Yeah.
We want to be there. So we're excited. You guys have a wonderful Monday night. Leader in Action Formula. Let's get it this month. It's a brand new month, and we'll see you guys on this call, same time next week.
Bye.
See you guys.